All right. We are live once again. Just going to give it a moment here as we start up. Let me grab this here. And I got to share it to a few things. I'm going to mute just a moment. All right, let me see. I'm curious to see if I play a little bit of music here. Well, I don't want to get this stream copyrighted, so I'm gonna do a little bit of more exploring there, and let me just mute up here until I get a couple more viewers. Welcome back. Just gonna wait till I get a couple more viewers. I see 2 people have joined. That's awesome. Thank you very much for coming back. That's awesome. Uh, and I'm just going to mute up until I get a couple more. Maybe pour myself some more of this homemade kombucha made by Henna. It is delicious. I am not gonna lie. I almost just knocked it over. Yeah, Henna makes homemade kombucha. It's really good. Got a SCOBY in the kitchen that she uses, and she makes some homemade kombucha and keeps us stocked. Although she doesn't like to drink it, she drinks it. No, she doesn't. She doesn't drink it. She doesn't drink it very much at all. She'll try it, but she makes it just for me, which is so nice. All right. Waiting for it to get shared out to the community a bit more here. Let's see if I got any chats right now in the live chat. No live chat yet. That's fine. We're taking a look at the Ann Arbor map here. Some things have changed. I have a few more interesting things to take a look at here, but we won't get started yet. If we look over here at the Weather Underground, you can see that right now it is 33 degrees, and that's still above freezing. It's close, but it's above freezing, and that's not really what you're looking for. You're looking for those colder temperatures. I'd feel much more confident tonight if we were in even the 31s, but we have to honor the freezing temp of water at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. The feels like is also 33 degrees, and I think that's because there is no wind right now in our area. So with no wind, man, it's going to come down to the wire, in my opinion. This is a very close call. It is a very, very close call right now. All right. I'm going to start here. Let me just move some things out of the way. Move that up a little bit. Get this in position here. All right. So I got a few more things here. I might actually bring this. I'll put this right here for now. and I can always take myself away. But here's what we're going to be looking at. We're looking at Ann Arbor. We'll go to this 10-day forecast right now. And in the 10-day forecast, we can just take a peek at what's happening. It's interesting because earlier there was predicted that at 9 o'clock that this storm would hit. We are currently at, let's see, that looks like 59% precipitation. So what's happening here? Basically, the winter storm is late. It did not make Ann Arbor fall at the right predicted time. And that's weather. That is, a lot of these predictors are really just trying to guess at what's happening based on all of the different weather stations and what they're seeing. So, I look out I look out my window. I am not seeing snow. I'm not seeing precipitation where I am. That could be different for where you are. But as it stands right now, we're just not getting what we had predicted or what we thought we would get. Not saying that's good or bad right now, but it's just not what was predicted. And so you always have to, that's why it's so important to go off of, as a scientist, the observations, take in all the data you can, but you got to use your observations and the real-time data of what you're seeing here. So let's dive back in here a little bit to the data that we have. Right now, it is essentially 9:26. We have 34 degrees Fahrenheit. That is above freezing temperature. Again, water freezes at 32 degrees. It is 28. Feels like it says here in the city. 27 degrees feels like Fahrenheit in the city. It's just not, it's not where you want it. There is a little dip here at midnight, and now it's predicting that the storm will arrive at midnight. So what's happening? This storm is slowed down as it's gone across and made landfall. Michigan fall. Once that storm hit Michigan, it really seems like it's slowed down. Let's take a look at the Wonder Map. I am curious here as to what's going on. I got to refresh it. So here's the Wonder Map again, and we're taking a look here at the temperature. Let's pull on the radar, and you can see the storm is in Michigan now, whereas before it was not. The satellite is still quite cloudy up there. There's a lot of clouds in the area right now, more towards the south, definitely more towards the south. But let me actually move my camera down here again. So yeah, what can you say? Let's take a look at what the storm is doing here. The rain, actually, if you look in Chicago is quite rainy right now. They are not getting the precipitation that was kind of predicted in our earlier forecast. So it's looking a little disappointing at the moment, to be honest with you. Out in Kalamazoo, you're getting some snow right now. Battle Creek is seeing some snow. But if we go over here, I'd be curious if we type in Chicago and just go like to the city of Chicago. I'm curious to see if it says it's raining right now. It is. So it's raining right now in Chicago. 37 degrees. That is not a snow day. Not in Chicago, at least. It's probably going to make it miserable. But that's not what you want to see, unfortunately. So Chicago, if you're out in Chicago, you heard it here first. I don't know if that is. I don't live in Chicago, so I don't know. But when I'm looking at that, that's not a snow day. Nah, no way. Kalamazoo, Battle Creek area. We can check this too. Let's go check out like Kalamazoo. And we'll go to Kalamazoo, Michigan here. And they have snow. Okay, that's good. But they're still at like 33. They are also predicting a little bit of that mix of snow and rain here. Snow this evening will mix with the rain at times late. Some sleet or freezing rain possible Winds south-southwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 100% at the moment. They're predicting about 1 inch of snow. That doesn't sound like a snow day to me. At least not in Kalamazoo. So we come over here to Ann Arbor. Let's see where we're at right now. The snow is just kind of starting to creep into the city for us. We'll go to the future here, and we'll click forward. It's looking, again, 11 o'clock now. No, that's 10. Yeah, 10. 10 o'clock is now predicted to hit the city. And so that's about an hour late. That's an hour later than they had predicted earlier. It does arrive. And then as you move forward in the night, the snow does cover. Okay. That is not bad. Ann Arbor still stays snowy. But as we showed earlier, this does change. So, we got a comment here that it is snowing at Honey Creek currently. So, some snow being reported out there by the people. Let's take a look at the snow day calculator. Again, developed by MIT. We have had 0 snow days, still at a 42% chance. Still looking unlikely from the snow day calculator. We're going to go over here to snow day, or to the snow school closings. Click on Detroit school closings. Now this is the interesting part, right? If the rain comes down or the snow comes down and it does for some reason get colder in Ann Arbor, rain is not actually that bad of a predictor for something like this. It is very close, but let's go to the hourly. I'm curious to look at the hourly here. So temperatures 34, 33, feels like 27. And then we go 33, 34, 35, 36, 36. It's too warm. I mean, that feels like temperature is what you're going to have to bank on. And I don't know if I want to bank on the feels like temperature for this call. 33, 33, 34, 35, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. 36 degrees Fahrenheit, 36. And then it becomes rain and snow in the morning. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be a really nasty drive to work. A really nasty drive to school. So make sure if this isn't called, the roads will be really nasty. So be super careful on the roads tomorrow. If you aren't going to a school, make sure you're careful on the roads tomorrow. It is going to be nasty in the morning, period. We know that, especially with this amount of precipitation still in the area. School closings. There are some schools in the area that are starting to close, probably out of precaution, but I've also noticed as well that on the Wonder Map, this storm, as it moves in, is traveling northeast. And so it's going to hit Detroit, West Bloomfield Township, Farmington Hills area, Warren, Sterling Heights. This area here, it'll hit the north a little bit with more confidence. You see how this green is pushing up into the map now? That green is rain. So it's just a question if the rain freezes. And in the last couple snows that we've had in the city, the roads are warm enough still that they're not freezing terribly. Let's see what else we got here. A lot more schools are starting to close though. Bloomfield, like I said here. I'm just looking for some larger school districts. I think these schools over near Detroit, northeast side, north of us, all closing out of just early safety. It's the right thing to do for them. We haven't called it yet, though, in Ann Arbor. Yeah. Novi. That's a pretty big school district near us. Okay. Well, hold on here. Novi Community School District. Let's see how close we are. So something you can do is you can go check out that district on Google Maps and see how far away it is from Ann Arbor. That is just to the northeast of us. So that right there is Novi. Novi alum, shout out. Let's go. Novi is closed tomorrow. That's just northeast of us. So that's interesting. Novi Community School District is closed tomorrow. See if we can find someone closer, possibly. Dexter, Chelsea, Ypsilanti, Lincoln Public, or Lincoln Consolidated. That's what you're looking for here. Pontiac School District. I wonder how close that would be, actually. Let's see. Pontiac School. Pontiac School District. I know it's to the north of us because I have some... they're a little farther north, aren't they? Yep. So those school districts northeast, north of us are closing. Let's keep going. Royal Oak, we know that. So, I mean, the reason I'm doing this, too, is just to, like, show you what I do when I try to make a prediction here. We're in the W's now, which is where we would typically see Washtenaw County. Walled Lake, Waterford, Walton, West Bloomfield, Westwood, Wixom. So there are some schools closing. They're all northeast of us. So, you know, that's interesting. And then I did see this here. Let me hit refresh just to make sure this is current. Yep. So this was really interesting for me. What this is here is the National Weather Service. So the National Weather Service watch, warning, and advisory page for the area. And right here, they're saying that there is a hazardous weather outlook for the National Weather Service of Detroit and Pontiac, Michigan. That is probably what most of those districts are seeing, is this warning here to the northeast of us. Livingston, Oakland, Macomb, Washtenaw, Wayne, Lenawee, Monroe. So this was issued at 4:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. The hazardous weather outlook is for southeast Michigan. And then it says tonight. This is what I caught while I was, the dog was being fed and we were looking at the weather ourselves and just kind of watching some TV. A low pressure system tracks across lower Michigan late tonight. Wet snow accumulations of 1 to 4 inches are possible by daybreak, with highest amounts near the M59 corridor and lowest amounts towards the Ohio border. So that's a pretty decent range there. M59 corridor and the lowest amounts toward the Ohio. So, the other thing that you can do here is we can reset this. M59 corridor. I'm probably not spelling that correctly. See if it gives me an idea of where that is. It's a Michigan highway. M59's in Waterford. Okay, so right around M59 here, that's 4 inches. So basically from 59 down, this whole area here will get 4 inches to 0 to 1 inches. We're somewhat towards the north, if that makes you feel any better. But, yeah, I don't know. 9:39 on what today? What is today? Tuesday? 9:39 on a Tuesday. Looking at this here. Man, let me open up a poll. We'll see if the people watching have any idea here. We'll start a poll. Will there be a snow day? I'll start that poll. I'm going to leave it up for a couple minutes here. What's your prediction? What do you think? Now that you've seen everything I've seen. I'm just going to hit play so you can see one more time what's going on here. This is where we're at. Hit play. I'll cover up that cowboy guy. Will there be a snow day? 67% right now saying yes. 33% say no. I'll leave it up for a couple more minutes. I'm going to go mute real fast so I can have a drink of this kombucha. And I'll come back with these results. Vote now. Will there be a snow day tomorrow? Oh, you want to put a maybe then? Now there's no maybes. This is the final call before we all head to bed. And you get to finish your homework. All right? You can answer this poll here. I'll leave it up for a couple more minutes. There's one more check at this. Let's refresh it. Boom. Still 42%. Snow to rain and snow. 4 a.m., 36 degrees. It's just not cold enough for me. The warm front is too much, unfortunately. I could be wrong here. It's going to be one of those calls. I think Ann Arbor will probably call it super early in the morning. If they do call it, they'll call it because of back roads. When I drove the back roads last time, they were not that bad. I think buses could still run, but again, it's not my call. And snow days are all fun and games, but like honestly, it's about safety in the end of the day. And though it will be nasty, I do think that right now what I'm seeing is just it's not nasty enough to call off. If we were living a little further north into the area that might get 4 inches, that's a different story. But I just don't see that with all of this predicted weather here. So I'm going to end the poll here. Get your vote in. I'm going to leave that poll open till 9:45. I just don't see it. 9:45, we're going to end this poll. Right now we're at 50%. 50% say yes, 50% say no. Another thing I can do, I'm going to do it off screen though, is I like to go to the Ann Arbor public schools, and I just like to see what kind of pressure we're putting on. Let's go to this last comment here. Nope. In the past, there used to be a lot of spam on the Ann Arbor page, with kids asking for snow days and stuff. I don't see it. 2 more minutes with this poll. Will there be a snow day tomorrow? What's your prediction? There is a hazardous weather outlook, but this is not a warning. There are no storm warnings. It's just a hazardous weather outlook. I guess I could show this one more time. I think this may help. For those of you going to bed, here are some things you can do. Last chance to do these. Number 1, put a spoon under your pillow. Number 2, flush ice cubes down the toilet. Number 3, put your pajamas both backwards and inside out. Number 4, brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand. I'm still going to try that one this year. Number 5, yell snow day into the freezer. Number 6, put a white crayon on every windowsill. And number 7 is an optional one, to eat a ton of ice cream. In 1 minute, I will make my final prediction here. See if I can get this light to work or not work. Refresh this page one last time. West Highland, Weston Prep, Wixom, Waterford, Walton, West Bloomfield, Walled Lake. I don't see that anywhere in there. And in the A category, I don't see Ann Arbor. Refresh this one last time. 42% chance still. See this rain coming in there? Yeah, nah. There will be. Well, all right, 9:45. We'll end the poll. 4 votes. 2 said yes, 2 said no. I know what I want. But I don't think it's in the cards. So here's my final prediction for tonight, Tuesday, December 9th. Tomorrow we will have school. It'll be a nasty, rainy, cold morning, but there will probably still be school based on everything I've seen. If I'm wrong, it'll be the first time in 11 years that I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I will be wrong very early in the morning when a call is made. But for now, what I'm going to say is what my dad used to tell me. He was a teacher, and he would tell me, Chris, go to sleep. Don't stay up. Don't wait for the call. It's not going to come in tonight. If it does come in, it'll come in the morning. But just plan on there being school. Get a good night's rest. And if you wake up with a surprise, hey, that's what snow days are all about. All right. So I'm going to sign off here. Shout out to the knowledgeable and the Keystone kids who are out there. You know who you are. Thank you for inspiring me to get on a live and talk about all this. To all the alumni that are maybe watching, I don't know. Sorry to burst your bubble. You're probably going to have high school tomorrow. So, we all got to go to work tomorrow. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But right now I'm going to say there will be most likely school tomorrow. A nasty drive in the morning. So be careful when you're out there. And hey, I've never hoped more that I am wrong. So we'll see you later. Have a good evening. Get some rest. And I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, this has been another broadcast from Chris's Science, wherever I am, study. All right, y'all. We'll see you later.